Hi, I'm Kelly from the Cops team. In this episode, the aftermath deepens, investigations continue, an unexpected home visit arrives, and Florence hears words she never thought a police officer would say. Through it all, Louis and Florence keep learning what trust looks like in real time. Now, let's watch.
So a police report was made and his name was mentioned. So he was called out to the Land Transport Authority Department to take a police statement. So I'll have to send him there. So on the way, we were sharing. I say, oh, this time I think it's quite serious. And then he can even tell me that, do you know, modifying e-scooter is not an offense. Yeah, that's something I don't know, because during my time, there's no e-scooter. So we went there, he took statement. So after the statement was taken, then me and him was called out to see the investigator. So I asked the investigator, so how serious is the offense? The investigator told me, actually modifying a e-scooter is not an offense. Modifying an e-scooter and use it is an offense. But your son didn't use it, so it's not an offense. So he was proudly showing a proud face to me. See, like telling me, hey, there you see, I told you it's not an offense. And then the officer said, well, I'm going to share with you something. You are still under the
COVID restriction.
COVID restriction. Both of you are not supposed to leave the house for non-essential activities, but both of you left the home for non-essential activities. So that is an offense. So I was left speechless. Then the investigation officer was quite nice. You know, I'm going to let you off this time, but you all got to be very careful with what you do. So we left, and yeah, that was a good lesson learned for me. You know. Mm.
So these are the few challenges that we gone through, even with all that with Louis' illnesses and escalating issue. It's like before you could breathe, it's like another one. Before you could breathe, it's like another one. And then that was also somewhere in the same time where in 2021 where I actually joined COBS for worship. And I remember this morning that it was COVID restriction. We could have 2 or 5 in a time at a home for worship. That particular morning I was worshiping. God just asked me to really just focus on Him. Don't see anything. Just focus my eyes on Him. And after worship, when I came back, 3 police was outside our house. And Louis was there. And I think it was sad. We didn't know. First time police at our house, 3 police and 1 policewoman. But what surprises me was the police officer was telling me that she said, "Madam, you are very calm, right?" And I was surprised. I didn't know I was calm. And that's the next best thing that she said. Because police, you know, when they are police, they are firm. They'll come, hey, where's our son? We need to get him and bring back for investigation. They will not say any additional thing, right? As the police, they're going to be firm. But the police officer was telling me that, he said, "Madam, don't give up on this son. I tell you, no, this son will bring you proud." I was like, God, how could it be? It's like a police officer telling me. It was just prophetic, like God, from a police officer telling me that, you know, that I was calm, that don't give up. And wow, it's just amazing. And I thank God for that point of God reminding me to focus on Him. And I was calling my son to come back. It was sad when he came back that they had to bring him to the police station.
They have to
handcuff him.
No, so seeing him being handcuffed, it just saddened me, because when I was a policeman, I handcuffed people, you know. So I sort of know it is not a good feeling being handcuffed. It's like you are in big trouble. You get, you know, it's quite a shame to be handcuffed. Yeah.
So as parents, it's just normal that you feel shame as well. That kind of shame as parents, feeling sad for him that he has to feel the shame. So that's kind of mixed feeling. Without God, wow. But yet again, God is in our midst. And it saddens us for sure. That's our real emotion. But every time we go back to God and how God built us up, and to encourage Louis as well. Even though we have to go through this many times of pain, even he himself struggling as a patient fighting this cancer himself, to go through this pain after pain. Of course, hoping that this son will change, but when he don't, how we got to rechannel ourselves. And when this thing happened, God actually asked me to continue to worship, and I went back to worship and worship and worship, just focusing my eyes on God again. And I felt that we don't know how long the investigation will take. Louis said, we don't know how long it's going to take. We waited till late in the middle of the hours in the night. And actually, I fell asleep. I was amazed. I was so at peace until I could even fell asleep. I tasted the presence of God. I tasted the peace of God in the midst of the storm until when the phone rang, my daughter's the one that called us up. Yeah. So that was one of the case. It was a scam case when Louis asked him, always when Louis told him, don't do that, he will do. Like, don't give your account to others. And he gave his account and lent it to others for a scam case. And actually follow on was a couple of more, similar cases that we are facing as well. Yeah. So, and he also has some issues of with girlfriends, and middle of the hour getting me up, quarrel, threaten suicide, the kind of heightened anxiety that he bring you. It's like countless. It's not just one, it's countless. When I look back, I thank God for this sanity that gave him, that he sustained me. I thank God for that peace, that he is faithful through it all. And the latest that we had was when Louis' cancer wasn't getting better. He need to take a very strong medication last year, and I had my COVID. So we are all down. Kind of got into another issue again with the police, and that the police has to came to our house, to check something. That was like, can you imagine when you yourself are well, it's okay, but when you are down yourself, having COVID, and he was also down. We are all physically down, and the most challenging part when we are physically down, and the kind of attack was that so great, and Karen was like telling the police, "Can you don't let my dad see me? And you come over to the house, you have to bring him, can cuff him again and bring him to the house, and can you don't let my dad see me in that stage?" I was like in the room, isolating, but I called Louis from the room. I told Louis that he really had to take care of himself. There's nothing much we could do. We can just continue to surrender him. Anytime when the pain comes, we just have to surrender. And I told Louis to really take care of himself and leave the case to God. Yeah. So with that, yeah, God has been faithful. And even in that the most recent case where all of us are down, left, right, center, all around, but God's words have never failed. So in ending, I would like to end that God is forever faithful. And he always meet us for the journey that we have shared with client. Every time in my lowest peak, every time in my valley low, my pain, my shame, my challenge, our difficulty, for me, God meet me where I am. He never condemned. In fact, he knew where I am. He put me where I am. In fact, when the last case of Kai, he said, I put you underneath. I allow people to step onto you. I throw you into the fire. I haven't put you into prison. I brought you to a place of abundance. Wow. And I've tasted this place of abundance times and times and times again. All the story that we have shared. He always brought us to this place of abundance is where he is with us. And he allowed it. Why? It's a journey of brokenness. It's a journey of bending us. It's a journey of relying on God. It's a journey of surrendering to him, tasting him, putting our faith on him. And with the story that we are sharing of our son, all the challenges, can you imagine without God, what would happen to both of us? And what could happen to our family? It would have been a broken family. I don't know how broken the entire family will be, because his issue is not just himself. It involves our entire family. It will break Louis down, right? With his sickness. It will break down the two older siblings, because they also feel ashamed to accept a brother, like go through so many rounds. Why isn't he learning? Why isn't he obeying? Why isn't he? But it's like, wow, God in us, with the love that we have, we continue to harness as a family, build as a family, even in the COVID, with so many challenges we faced during this few years, it didn't break us. In fact, it fortified our family. If without God, I guess this family will be broken for sure. We will be so bitter. Relationship will be so bitter with one another. There will be no relationship. But because of God in the midst of us, as we surrender to God, holding on to Him, believe what He says in His word, and we give that love to Kayan, we give that love to all our children, to bond together as a family. We keep building, and even when the challenges come, we continue to build and to trust God again. And our family went through storms and storms and storms, but with that, it didn't break this family down. In fact, it built us even stronger, and the relationship was good. It was even better way than before. So you would like to encourage all of you as well with whatever challenges you are facing with your son. That all of us have challenges. With God, there is this freedom, because the truth really gives us this freedom to be real. We can be real to share with you. If without God, we will be ashamed. We'll be hiding one corner. We are not sharing anything glamorous, right? But it's with God that we are assured. We're so assured that He's really a reward. Now I can really see the reward. And I really have to thank my son, because before I could even share all this story, it's a very private thing. If he never give us the green light, we couldn't share. So when we asked our son, can we share? He was laughing. No, mommy, don't share my name. Then we were all laughing, because who don't know his name? Because he's well known among us. And he gave us the green light. And I had to share with him this detail of this story. He agreed. And for him to even allow to share his painful journey, his shame, his brokenness, is an assurance that he's also on the path of healing. He's also on the path of reconciliation with himself and with God. And he even tell us that, Mommy, I think I'm the prodigal son. He said, wow, I don't know why I'm so bad and so naughty. He said, if I have a child like that, probably I would kill him. So I told my son, yeah, no one could. I don't think I could without God's love. It's only an impossible God I could do an impossible thing. So both of us are still in the journey. We are still under construction, being a better parent, a better person. He has definitely, Kayan has molded us and transformed us to a better parents, a better so-called disciple of Christ. Still in the journey of constructing and dying to self. Every time when we worry, we give it back to God and give our son back to God, and knowing that he is in God's good hand.
Yeah, so it's like what we say in Chinese, 传承. We believe our 3 kids saw what God have done in our life, and we want to leave this legacy to them.
Yeah. Thank you.
Some stories don't close with one turning point. They keep unfolding through test, mercy, and slow change. Next week, we will begin the 5th brother story, a humbling salvation. The first signs that show that something wasn't right. We will see you in the next episode.